Okay, so good afternoon. So today we'll be doing the ultimate success formula. Okay, let me just open up that ultimate success because I don't usually follow that one. I'm quite fluid on so, but since today is a training session for you, I'll follow that ultimate success formula. Okay, hang on. So the ultimate success formula is just a framework, and it guides you along, guides you and the coachee along. You are supposed to guide the coachee along, lah. So right, so we'll start straight. Of course, we start building rapport first, lah. And usually one session of this ultimate success formula can take anywhere between 1 hour to 2 hours, or may even take multiple sessions. So it depends on whether that person is already clear about his or her goals. The clearer that person is, the faster the session will take, and vice versa. So, okay, Leon. So, what is your what goal do you want to achieve over the next 6 months?
Wow. Okay. My goal is to really to start coaching people as well, and to definitely start my financial advising thing as well within 6 months, and learn more about or attend as many coaching corporate events and whatnot, and learn from it lah. I think that's my starting 6 months, and really to learn the books. Yeah, just yeah.
Oh, great. So let me just recap. You have mentioned that you want to coach people, you want to learn, attend as many coaching sessions as courses or whatever as you can, and also in your financial advisory business. So out of these three, right, which one would you like to explore in this session?
Probably coaching people. Yeah.
Okay, coaching people. Okay, that's very good. Okay,
yes,
we'll explore this session. And why is this important to you?
It is important because ultimately this is what I want my career to be, and
that's very
at
good.
the end of the day, I want to be a successful life coach as well. So I think I have to start from a base and to really build that foundation to reach that goal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So on a scale of 1 to 10, right? So 1 being not very confident and 10 being very confident. How confident are you that you can achieve this goal in the next 6 months? Or 6 months too short and you feel that?
I think there's always periods to learn, but I think for what I have said, the goal wise, it's not very far off. So definitely about 80%.
8 out of 10. Okay.
8 out of 10.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
But so what will need to happen for you to get to a 9 or 10 in the next 6 months? What will need to happen?
Okay, maybe because my view of it is just that because all these are just what I want to achieve, and actually I think these are possible to achieve, but maybe 8 or 9, 9 or 10, it's maybe just my own humility pushing me down in a sense.
Okay.
So if I am willing to put myself out there and combat that humility and not striving so high, then I'll just I'll be able to reach a 10. Yeah.
Okay, so by humility you mean that, what do you exactly mean by humility?
More like I don't strive, I don't put a number. Okay, how do I put this? For myself, it's more like I don't want to give myself too much expectations or hope in that sense. And if I fail to achieve that, then it's still okay. But if I achieve it, then yeah, okay, how do I put it? Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay, so what you are saying is that what you're saying is that you don't want to give yourself too much pressure. Is
Yeah,
that?
okay, yeah, probably that. But I know that myself wise,
Mm.
if I really put in the effort and I really do it, I'll probably reach a 10. Yeah. But giving myself an 8 is more of like giving myself that buffer that, don't really
Mm.
give myself too much pressure. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of get what you're saying. Kind of
Yeah.
get what you're saying. So do you? How often do you feel that you're giving yourself too much pressure?
Wow. I think I'm someone who is always very too responsible for my own good sometimes. So
Mm.
most of the time I will give myself a lot of pressure uh, because I would want to achieve a certain goal or achieve a certain outcome. So
Okay.
I would say that I myself give myself pressure to force
Mm.
myself to reach that certain goal. So
Okay.
yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, it's not healthy and healthy at the same time. So I need to learn to balance that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
That's it.
has that helped you more, or has that held you back a bit more? So which one?
I think it has definitely helped me a lot.
Mm.
I mean, a lot of pressure rise has really helped me to grow a lot and, just
Okay.
propel myself. But at the same time, it also will inevitably drain me as I go lah. So it's a fine line. But thus far it's helping a lot. But it's
Mm.
something that I will want to work on as well to make sure
Yep.
that I don't burn myself out or you know end up
Mm.
being too rah-rah and then at the end of the day, uh,
Yep.
losing
Okay.
myself in that lah. Yeah.
Okay. So in the next 6 months, what do you foresee will be your biggest obstacle from achieving your goal of coaching people?
Mm, I think the main obstacles will just be about my own self-confidence. That's one.
Mm.
At the same time, I mean, imposter syndrome is also a very strong, belief system kind of thing, and because I'm not exactly there yet, so people might think like, oh, who are you,
Mm.
small little boy, come in, whatever,
Mm.
and yeah, and like I think being afraid of going out of my comfort zone would definitely be a stopping point as well.
Mm.
But yeah, I think, but so far, having come out of my own shell and being in this coaching industry, I think, and just putting myself out there for a lot of things and
Mm.
learning, it is definitely at the back of my mind, but I'm really pushing it away, you know, and dealing with it and telling myself like it's okay. I don't have to. I mean, I'm okay to feel this way, but it doesn't have to be like that. And
Mm.
push it aside and
Mm.
just push through and just work at it. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Great. Great.
Yeah.
So what are the next steps that you can take to better cope with all these self-talk and self
Mm.
self
Next steps. Okay. For myself, I think really every time I face this kind of issues, I would
mm.
need to look at myself and really ask myself like, should I be worried about this? Should I care about these feelings? Should I
Mm-hmm.
uh, let these feelings overtake me and not do
Mm.
certain things?
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, it will always have to be the answer that I will have to just push through and do it lah. And
Okay.
yeah, because if I know that if I don't do that, I will always um, subject myself to such circumstances and never grow out of the shell. So
Mm.
I think having taken this path, I know that at the end of the day, all these kind of emotional things that are stopping me uh, should be combated lah and dealt with.
Mm.
So yeah.
Okay, that's great. Other than the emotions, is there anything else that you foresee will stop you from achieving your goal over the next 6 months?
Mm, no, I don't think so. I think emotions or feelings or external yeah, actually it's all really inner emotions that will probably stop me more than anything. Yeah. I don't,
Okay.
yeah, because external environment wise, like people, how people look at you lah, or how people think you are lah, it all affects the emotion ma. So deep inside, it's how I want to react to those things and let it impact me or not.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I don't let it impact me, then uh it will, yeah lor, I will grow from it lah. So
Okay.
it's really inner self confidence and whatnot that would only that could possibly break me. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what have you tried that has worked that help you to address all these issues so far?
Okay. Example, posting on LinkedIn about my role and stuff and letting people know.
Yep.
And even posting on Facebook and just letting people know my direction has changed in life. I think these are steps that I'm for sure afraid of. Because I mean, at the end of the day, having gone through a corporate path and really wanting to get out of it, and now that I'm out of it,
Yep.
and showing the world that, like, okay, this is my new direction and this is what I'm going for, it is scary because it's, you don't know how people will react.
Yeah.
I mean, I have friends also that are like they are supportive, but at the same time, you don't know whether they are really supportive, because at the same
Yep.
time they also don't know about your situation.
That's
They don't
true.
know, yeah, they don't know whether like it will be successful or not. So all they can say is like, oh, 加油, good job, go for it. That kind of thing. It's a very
Yeah.
half half kind of support lah. It's not really a like, oh yeah, wow, I'm so glad for you. You went out of the corporate zombieism and really become, what we all want to be, which actually appalls me, because at the end of the day, everybody is in that situation and they're like complaining. But they, whenever, and then they say they want to get out of this and blah blah blah. And then when people get out of it, then they are just like, oh, why you go out? Or you think it's okay? Should you really go out? Kind of thing. So yeah, it makes me wonder why lah. And at the same time, it also scares me, because at the end of the day, it's like, oh, what, should I do this or not? Yeah. Then, but overall, I feel like I already managed to combat a lot of that lah.
Okay. All right.
But
That's good.
yeah, putting myself out there and just doing it and just not succumbing to usual how life is supposed to be, really puts me helps me grow lah, I feel. Yeah. And I mean, it's still an ongoing process, and I'm still faced with this kind of situations, but I know that as I keep going through this kind of situations and I um I face it, but at the same time I deal with it, I'll manage to become more and more immune to it, if it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what have you not tried that can possibly help you to address these challenges?
Not tried lah. I think there's many things that I want to do but I haven't do yet
So
also.
what are some of them?
Wow. Some of them. Okay, through my LinkedIn as well, I also want to make it more better, like
Okay.
really encompass my personal brand and
Yep.
such that I know, like, when people look at it, it's like, oh, this person really knows what he's doing, or really start to create that foundation for it. And I think not just in my LinkedIn, but I also want to do it for Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram. Yeah, I want to start to make it something, an avenue where I can really like put my thoughts out there. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I still have that fear, like, for sure. But as I keep posting or I keep doing, I think it will definitely dampen lah. Yeah.
Okay. So we have your goals for the next 6 months. Let's chunk it down. So let's break it down into the next 1 month. So within the next 1 month, what are some actionable steps that you are going to take to walk towards your 6 month goal?
Wow, actionable steps. Okay.
Mm.
Uh For myself, okay, for the next 1 month,
Yep.
1 month. Okay, for the next 1 month, definitely for coaching wise. I mean,
You need to write it down.
oh,
Yeah, because this is for your own. It's
oh,
not for me to hear, it's not for me to do one. It's for
okay,
you to remind yourself to do. Yeah.
okay, wow, okay, actionable
Yeah,
steps.
yeah, yeah.
Wow, wow, okay. Uh, Definitely, I would want to be more involved in the coaches' uh,
Okay.
walk lah.
So
And
how will you measure the involvement?
how would I measure this?
Yeah.
Uh, by at least having strategy calls with them.
Okay. How often?
Uh, how often?
Yeah.
I think they're quite busy, so I cannot like keep doing it, right?
Yeah, don't need to do too often, but you
Yeah,
need to have frequency.
I think within 1 month, at
Mm-hmm.
least twice if possible
Okay. Okay. That's good.
for
That's good.
each person, twice for each
Yeah.
person.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and at least get to really understand them and
Mm.
really use this ultimate success formula as well, and like
Mm.
create my own way of coaching lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Create my own way of coaching with this as a backdrop.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Next steps. What next steps? Okay.
When say understand them, can you elaborate on what exactly you want to understand about them?
Uh, Probably okay for myself. I'm thinking now. Okay, I'm a bit more empathetic, so I would
Okay.
more likely than not ask them about how they are feeling about a situation. So maybe because I understand that it's really about, I mean for Eugene lah, it's
Mm.
really about actionable steps and getting it
Yes.
and things like that.
Yes.
Uh,
Yep.
so I want to really help them balance it out at the same time,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
because it could be about actionable steps, but maybe something deep within them is like
Mm.
affecting them, and
Yep.
stopping them in their tracks to reach these actionable steps.
Mm.
But at least I want to help them understand that okay, maybe these kind of factors
Mm-hmm.
uh, we could also deal with it lah. But
Okay.
at the same time, it's really for them to not only deal with their own internal beliefs and whatnot,
Mm.
but at the same time come up with actionable steps for Eugene as well
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
create that balance lah. Yeah. So understanding better in that sense for me, it's more of
Mm.
like how they are feeling about their actionable steps and if they can achieve it.
Okay. Yeah,
What are
that's
they
important. Yeah.
thinking about their steps and if
Mm.
they
You can use the smarter goals framework to do it. You know
smarter
the smart goals, right? Smart
or
goals.
smart goals. Yeah, sounds familiar. Yeah.
For Christians, there's actually an E and R. So the E stands for, I can't remember what it is, but R stands for revelation.
Oh,
So
is it?
smart, but the Christian context, there's actually a smarter. So the R stands for revelation and E stands for something else. But that's just something inside. But if they are non-believers, you can just use the smart goals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll note.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. And what else?
Okay, so this is one.
Hmm.
Number two, uh, I would definitely want to beef up my LinkedIn.
Okay, so what do you
Uh,
mean by beefing up?
uh, okay, because I don't really use LinkedIn last time, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it's super important to position myself as well. And
Mm.
at the same time, okay, within 1 month wouldn't happen, but at least I will go and learn about how to brand myself lah,
Okay,
about how to brand through LinkedIn.
okay.
Maybe I'll look into how you brand yourself, Eugene brand himself,
Mm.
Alistair brand himself, Mike or
Mm.
whatever. Then
Mm.
I will come up with my own and create at least a profile that is, you know, uh, who I am lah. And at the same time, start
Mm.
some posting some thoughts
Mm.
and what I feel for lah.
Yeah.
And
So would you allow me to make a small suggestion?
yes, please.
Yeah. Anyway, this one, okay, in ICF coaching, you always need, you are supposed to guide, the coach is supposed to guide the coachee. So if the coach want to make a suggestion, then usually ICF framework, they'll ask you to ask for permission. Yeah, so that's in ICF framework. That's just FYI. So just practicing it because we are using the ICF framework. So permission granted. So I'll make a suggestion is you take a look at my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, you can just go YouTube and Happy Coach Yan Tai. You find my channel. I just did a video. I think it's a 4 or 5 minute video on LinkedIn. It's called Turn My LinkedIn Profile. So you can actually look at that video and then look at some of the things I do to my LinkedIn profile. And you can just model after it. Yeah. Or you can just model after Eugene what he does. Yeah. So yeah, just take a look and that will help you to improve your LinkedIn profile.
Great.
That's my suggestion. Yeah, and what else?
What else?
Besides improving your LinkedIn profile.
Okay, number 2. Okay, I think another one that I really want to address, which would really help me break down more walls, would probably be asking you or Eugene or Alistair even, like, how do y'all, when y'all first started, how do y'all combat all this? Because I'm sure everyone feels these feelings. You know, like, why did I take this path? Or at the start lah.
Yeah.
But I mean, as time goes by, y'all probably also became immune to these feelings.
No, we're never immune. We just learn how to cope with it. Yeah, we just learn how to cope.
Yeah, learn how to cope with it lah. I think very hard to immune also. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be immune because there are times where things are not going your way, then you start to question. Then that's when you start to cope. You learn how to cope. So you will never be immune. Like Jesus wasn't, he's still tempted. And of course, everybody will be tempted. So you won't be immune to temptation. You just learn how to cope.
True.
Yeah.
Coping. Yeah. Probably my next steps will be also to, if you all got time lah, really
yeah,
ask.
like Eugene, right? Just this one, he's recorded on, I just say it. He's someone who needs encouragement. So sometimes you can private message him, you send some words of encouragement to him. He will really deeply appreciate. Yeah, because sometimes he does feel that when things are not going our way, then sometimes he does feel a bit down. So you can like occasionally just message him some encouraging words or Bible verse. I think that will help. So everyone, we all need some. For me, if I feel discouraged, I'll just go for a run. Yeah, literally go for a run. So different people have different way of coping. You have to discover your own way as well.
Do you like encouragements too?
Okay, I don't mind. But it's not my main source. For me, it's my main source. Really, just go and exercise and get
Okay, so these are more like coping mechanisms.
Yes. So you have to help coaches to discover their coaching mechanism, their coping mechanism. Even people are different. You can ask them some questions along the lines of what makes you feel better or what will make you feel better.
Makes sense. I see.
So
okay.
what will make you feel better or cool?
For me, just what will make me feel better? I like to climb mountains, but here
okay. Bukit Timah.
Yeah, lor. Okay, yeah, occasionally exercising does make me feel better. So yeah, lor, or just not doing anything for a while makes me feel better sometimes. So
you need to write those down. So when you feel stressed or whatever, then
run lah, gym lah, not doing a thing. Gaming maybe. Okay lah, just a few things. Yeah. Okay. That's the coping part.
Great.
But when you started, like, can I ask, like, when you started? Yeah. Okay, so you were a pharmacist, right?
Yes.
Then after that, you left?
I left. Yeah. I
Uh,
was a manager when I left. So I didn't have a business plan. Yeah, I just left. I took a leap and then I just decided to start out with digital marketing lah. Since
or you started off?
I'm already using Facebook and LinkedIn quite a lot. So, but of course when I started then I just using it as a social.
Mm.
Yeah,
So for
I
you,
think our success formula is almost wrapped up already, so I'll just stop the recording here.
okay.
So basically what I do is you explore and then you keep chunking down and then get them to commit to action. You cannot tell them to commit on, they must commit themselves. So you must ask questions like by when, how will you know if you are successful, what kind of numbers or what kind of it might not be numbers, it is emotions. So it could be something like I know that I'm coping better with these negative emotions when let's say my family see me smiling at least once a day, or they hear me laughing at least once a day. Some could be something like that as well. Yeah, it doesn't have to be very. If it's emotional goals or relationship goals will be something like my family. I talk to my mother and father at least once a day, and not just talk as in like hi and bye and just breathe, but something a bit deeper lah. So go into how mom, how's your day, what's bothering today, what makes you happy, something like that lah. So that could be relationship goals. Yeah. But it's also measurable one. So every goal that anyone set can be measured. Can be measured. When someone say it can't be measured means that person hasn't think deeply enough. So as a coach, you have to keep like find different angle, kind of probe until you actually find out. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then so far this list of coaches, I don't think. Oh, Michael does have. You interact with Michael, he does have a bit. Let me just stop.